Welcome back everyone. So today we are going to be doing a DVD haul as I mentioned in my last video. I went to CD Exchange recently and got a ton of movies even though I went to find one movie. The movie I went to find was Dirty Girl with Juno Temple. That's actually what's playing in the background right now. But I did go ahead and find a bunch of other great movies as well while I was on my hunt. So I wanted to show those to you today. So we're going to get started. The first movie I have is The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. This is quite an old movie, and I'm sure a lot of you know it was the last movie that Heath Ledger was working on when they found him deceased in his home. He was 28 years old, and what they did since they found him dead was go ahead and replace him with Johnny Depp, Jude Law, and Colin Farrell. And one of the great things about it is those three actors used the money that they made from the movie and they gave it to Heath Ledger's daughter, because whenever he died he left a will that didn't include her because he wasn't prepared for that to happen. So that was great. All three of those actors definitely donating their money to her, making sure that she had money to grow up with. So a little bit about the movie. There is a Dr. Parnassus. It's not Heath Ledger's character, but Dr. Parnassus makes a deal with the devil whenever his child turns 16. He does have to give that child to the devil. But once it gets close to the time for his daughter to turn 16, then that's when Jude Law shows up. His character is Tony. He is a mysterious character and he has a power that can change everything for the better. So during filming, of course, he passed away. Colin Farrell, Jude Law, Johnny Depp took over. Now, when that happened, I did also read that it messed up a lot of the storylines and that it's all kind of a jumbled mess is what it was kind of called in some of the reviews. So I'm definitely going to check it out. It has my favorite actors in it. I am hoping that it'll still be amazing. And then next movie I have is Real Women Have Curves. This is America Ferrera. She's amazing. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, Ugly Betty. Right now she's in Superstore. Love, love, love America Ferrera. One little tidbit I did find out is that her and her mother actually share the same first name, America, which is crazy. That kind of blows my mind. But Real Women Have Curves. It is about a girl who is struggling to decide whether she wants to, well, she doesn't want to decide whether or not she wants to. She wants to go to college, but she's also being asked to stay in her sister's struggling warehouse where they make clothes for bigger sized women. So she's just trying to figure out what is she going to do. Does she want to go to school? Her teacher and her boyfriend support her. They say she should go to school. Her family wants her to stay and be a part of the family business. One of the facts that I learned when looking up some information on this movie is the director actually sent out the casting for women who were fat or overweight. And he did get an overwhelming response from women who thought they were overweight and that they weren't what he was looking for. But that to me just says so much about our society, that these women went thinking that they were overweight and that they could possibly get these roles, and they weren't big, they weren't overweight, but that's what society tells them, is that they're overweight or that they're big, and that's not at all true. They were great, wonderful size. All women are great, wonderful sizes, beautiful in every way. So that was just something that I thought was a little crazy when reading about that. Now, a few other things that I did find out. This movie did win 7 awards, so that's awesome. That's amazing. And America Ferrera, she is currently on Superstore, as I mentioned. That show's amazing. I love watching Superstore. She's also fixing to do How to Train Your Dragon 3, so there's going to be a third movie. I also found out something crazy. She was in a Jay-Z music video with Beyonce called Family Feud. Haven't seen it, probably because it's on Tidal, but America Ferrera is in that music video, a Jay-Z music video. So I thought that was pretty crazy. So I love Jay and Silent Bob. I have found this. It was only $3.99. It's the Clerks cartoon. So Clerks, I still haven't seen Clerks the movie, but from what I understand, it's Dante and Randall. They're the clerks of the store, and it's the store that Jay and Silent Bob hang outside of every day, and they're always like just causing a bunch of trouble. I do love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I love Dogma. I love anything that they're in, so I did want to go ahead and give this a try. I have Clerks, but I haven't watched it yet. So I did get that. I thought that that would just be a little fun. And then, okay, so Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica. I have seasons 1, and then I also have seasons 2 and 3. And that comes in 2 cases. So season 1 comes in a case, season 2 and 3 come in a case. On IMDb, it says there's only 3 seasons. So I thought I was done. I had the whole collection. When I went to CD Exchange, I found this. It says the final season, and I'm so confused. But I went ahead and got it, and when I look at the list of episodes, none of them are actually on the ones that I have. So obviously this was a whole nother season by itself. It's just, I guess on IMDb, maybe they combined season 3 and the final season. Maybe they combined them, so it didn't show me that there was another season. One little fun tidbit that I found out, Jessica Simpson beat out Britney Spears as Daisy in the Dukes of Hazzard. So I didn't even know that Britney Spears was trying to be Daisy in the Dukes of Hazzard, but could you imagine if she was? Like, how crazy would that be? And what would her career be like now had she been Daisy in Dukes of Hazzard? Like, that kind of blows my mind. But Jessica Simpson got it, and I think she looked beautiful in it. Now, I love finding hidden gems when I go to CD Exchange. It always takes me forever because I'm looking around everywhere for this, for everything and everything that I can find. But what I found was Nick and Jessica Variety Hour is what it's called. Literally never knew this existed, but apparently it's a sketch comedy show. And some of the people that I saw that were on this was Taylor Lautner, Olga K. I used to watch Olga K on YouTube, and Kenny Rogers, and then there were some other people. I mean, this is just, it's gold. It's gold to me. Like, the fact that I found it without even looking for it, it just popped up and said Nick and Jessica Variety Hour. I had to get it. And this one was only $2.99 on sale. So that is awesome. Oops. Alright, and another gem. Never heard of this, but I always like to go through the seasons. After I look at all the DVDs, I go to the wall that has all of the television series. And this case, first of all, is pristine. Looks brand new. But this show is called Life as We Know It. And it's the complete series, and it was only $5.99. Now, what drew me to it is Missy Peregrine. You might know her from Stick It. She was also on Reaper. And she was also on Rookie Blue. I never really watched that show, but she was on there. I love Missy Peregrine, though. Stick It is one of my all-time favorite movies. She's amazing in it. So that drew me to it because she's obviously on the cover. And then also Kelly Osbourne. Kelly Osbourne is in this TV show. Now, reading the back, like I said, I've never seen it, haven't looked up any YouTube previews for it. It's pretty much just a teen drama, any typical teen drama. It follows 3 boys. The boys are pretty cute though, so that's gonna help. But one of the things that did stick out to me, I didn't really look up too much trivia on them, but one thing that I remember, and I don't know if y'all remember, whenever, I think it was on The View, when Kelly Osbourne said, "Okay, Trump, well, when you build a wall, who's going to clean your toilets?" And she just thought she just like dropped the biggest truth bomb. And I think her name was Rosie Perez, was like, oh no. And then Kelly was like, that's not what I meant. But that was just one thing that stuck out to me whenever I saw Kelly Osbourne on here. But there's also another girl on here. She was on Melrose Place, the remake. And she was also on 90210, the remake. So if you know those shows, you'll probably be the only person who knows this, because I don't know her name. But on 90210, she played a student who ended up being an undercover cop. So she was on there as well, I think on Melrose Place. I can't remember who she was on Melrose Place, but I thought that this was really, to me, just a hidden gem, especially because the case is in such pristine condition. Alright, so most of you have more than likely seen these, but I will give you some information as to why I bought them. These are Oceans 11, 12, and 13. Now, the reason that I got these, I've never ever wanted to watch these ever in my life. But the reason that I got them is because there's fixing to be Oceans 8. And I figured I needed to watch Oceans 11, 12, and 13 to kind of figure out what's going on. Because Oceans 8 is Danny Ocean's sister. Sandra Bullock is going to be Debbie Ocean. So they're going to be tied together, and from what I understand with Oceans 8 is, and this is just a rumor, and I even just tried to look it up right now and I could not find it, but they're going to make, hopefully, 8, 9, and 10, and then 11, 12, 13, and then make a 14 where they're all come together. Now, the only reason that is a huge rumor is because they were supposed to do the same thing with Ash versus Evil Dead. That's a TV show. But what they were supposed to do was they made the Evil Dead remake, and then they were supposed to do a couple of more movies with her, the girl from the Evil Dead remake, and then they were supposed to combine all the movies in a 7th film. It was very the way that the rumor was, it was very well put together. But instead they just made Ash vs. Evil Dead and killed everything else. So I have a feeling that that's probably what's going to happen with this. Even if they do make an 8, 9, and 10, they probably won't make a 14. But I got the movies because I wanted to see what it was all about. Ocean's 8 is what I'm really excited for. Now, the reason that I'm excited for it is mostly because of the cast. Now, Debbie, Danny's sister, she's going to try to pull off this huge heist. Those movies don't really intrigue me very much. However, Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Dakota Fanning, Rihanna, Olivia Munn, Helena Bonham Carter, Katie Holmes, Sarah Paulson, Jamie King, Aquafina, and there's even supposed to be cameos, Kylie, Kendall, and Kim. So that, to me, is just like star quality. Makes me want to watch the movie even if I have no idea what a heist is or why they're doing a heist. I just want to see all these people on the screen together. That's what I live for. So I'm excited for Ocean's 8. I got these. Hopefully that these are going to be good. I'm pretty sure half of y'all are going to be telling me, why the heck haven't you seen these before? These are classic movies. Everybody's seen these, but I just never have. So just a few things about the cast of these movies. George Clooney, you may have seen him recently doing Nespresso commercials, but he has 3 projects coming up. So hopefully he's done with the coffee business. Brad Pitt World War Z 2, that's going to be coming out. So if you're a fan of World War Z, get excited. There's a second part. There's also 3 other projects he's in, and one of them is going to have Margot Robbie, so that's pretty cool. I'm not too big of a fan of Margot Robbie. I didn't really care for her as... see, I don't even remember what her name was because I didn't care for her too much. The Batman movie? You people are going to kill me because I don't remember what her name is. Harley Quinn. I didn't like her as Harley Quinn. But I watched I, Tonya, and I, Tonya was amazing. So that kind of gives me some hope for maybe her future roles. Maybe they're going to be different. Maybe she just needed to get something like Harley Quinn to get her foot in the door. But here's hoping. Matt Damon, I really want to see Downsizing. I honestly don't like Matt Damon either. Like, I've never seen anything like Good Will Hunting or The Bourne Supremacy or anything like that. The only thing I liked him in was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He is funny in that. But Downsizing, I really want to watch Downsizing. And then he has also Ocean's 8. The character that he played in these movies, he's going to be coming back in Ocean's 8 to reprise his role for that. And that makes me kind of like a little hopeful that they are going to do that, where they tie all the movies in together. But we don't know. Now, Julia Roberts, she was in these movies as well. Julia Roberts is killing it, apparently. She has 10 projects coming up on IMDb. And I know IMDb can change, some things can fall out of production, things like that. But to have 10 upcoming projects, that's amazing. So hopefully these movies are good. And the prices, this one is brand new sealed. That's also one of my favorite things about going to like a CD exchange or bookstores, 9Live bookstores. Oh, love that. But this is brand new sealed. I don't even think it was sealed at... Oh, it's not brand new sealed. They sealed it at CD exchange. But still, this one's $2.99. This one's $3.99. And this one's $4.99. So they went up $1 for each movie. Alright. Now, The Private Lives of Pippa Lee. It was only $2.99. Now, the reason I got this movie was because Blake Lively and Winona Ryder are queen. I just love both of them to death. But Pippa Lee, apparently just by reading the back of it, I haven't seen it yet either, but apparently she is going through a midlife crisis, Robin Wright, and she wants to live like her teenage self, which is played by Blake Lively. So I guess it's going to be a lot of like back and forth. What did she do as a teenager, and then now she's trying to do it as an adult, and I think she's having an affair with a guy. I don't know. The only reason I got it again was for Blake Lively and Winona Ryder. Blake Lively, I love also too that Blake Lively is super picky. Like, she doesn't just take any movie role that comes her way. And that to me is amazing, because when she does get a movie, it's awesome. So, definitely loved The Shallows. That was one of my favorite movies. And then I want to see her new one, All I See Is You, where she is blind and then she gets surgery and she can kind of see, not perfectly, but she can kind of see, and then she just starts changing, which is normal. She can see things now and she can go out and she can experience all kinds of different things. The only thing is now that she's seeing these things and experiencing things, it starts changing her relationship with her husband, and that gets a little iffy. So I definitely want to see that. Winona Ryder, of course. One of my favorite Winona Ryder movies has to be Girl Interrupted. That is like one of my all-time favorite movies. If I had to list my favorite movies, maybe top 5, I would say Mean Girls, Dirty Girl, Stick It, Girl Interrupted, and Resident Evil. 6th would be Twilight. But yeah, Girl Interrupted, if you haven't seen it yet, watch it 500 times and then you'll be close to me. But she's also right now in Stranger Things, which is amazing. This is like so exciting because I wanted her so bad to have a comeback, and Stranger Things did that for her. Like, you can even tell in season 1 she was very kind of just out of it and weird, and I hate to say it, but it almost seems like she was maybe on drugs or something different. And even like when they made fun of her like at the awards whenever she was acting really weird on stage. Season 2, totally different Winona Ryder. Even the way that she's talking, it reminds me again of when she was younger and when she was in her prime. Like, just the way that she talks and pronunciates things and moves her mouth when she speaks. It's just beautiful. And it reminds me of, mermaids and Beetlejuice and Girl Interrupted and all that. So I love, love, love that she's having this comeback, and I hope that it does really great things for her. I think a lot of actresses, what they do is they realize that they don't get to play the young girl role anymore, and they start getting cast as the mother, and then they have a freak out. But I mean, look at her now at Stranger Things. She's not just a mother, she's a mother in the 80s with like some crazy ass hair and flannels and smoking cigarettes inside of the school. Like, that's a crazy mother, and yet it's doing so good for her right now, and I love that. One of the things that I did also see was a commercial. I got excited, and this is what pissed me off. I got so excited because they're talking about Winona Ryder, and they're saying these things, and she's saying how much she loves this and she loves that. And then she comes out and she goes like she's going to go on stage, and they say everyone loves a comeback, and Winona Ryder turns around and her hair's all pretty, and it's a damn shampoo commercial. Like, I thought it was going to be a documentary series about Winona Ryder and the fact that she was having this comeback, and I got so excited, and then it was for shampoo. And I was so mad. And then I heard a radio commercial spot too about the same shampoo, and it said Camila Cabello, everybody loves a comeback. She hasn't gone anywhere. She's like brand new on the scene. Like, she just left Fifth Harmony 2 seconds ago, and they're trying to say she's having a comeback. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So, but hopefully this movie's good. Pippa Lee, we love Winona Ryder, we love Blake Lively. It was only $2.99. Also, just to give you the cast, we have Robin Wright, Alan Arkin, Keanu Reeves, Maria Bello, Monica Bellucci, Blake Lively, Julianne Moore, Winona Ryder, and Shirley Knight. So again, star-studded cast. I love ensemble casts. The ensemble casts, they remind me too of like Valentine's Day, New Year's, where it's just like a million famous people, and you're like, how did Hollywood go on with all these people working on the same project? Like, they had to shut down Hollywood just to do that. So that to me is amazing. Alright, so then I also have, now here's the thing, I've already had this movie, but I had to get this one because it's a special edition, Sin City. Guys, Brittany Murphy is in Sin City. I love Brittany Murphy, love Jessica Alba. Now, I know that this movie is about, like, crime, but it's just so beautiful. Like, the cinematography, the colors, the photography, everything is just beautiful in this movie. Also, one of the things that I love about this movie, it came out in 2005. When I met my husband in 2005, this was our first, it wasn't our first date, but it was our first date that we went to a movie. Guess what we watched? Sin City. Yes. So this was our first date movie, so that's why I love this movie also. But this specific box, I found it, first of all, it was only $5.99. So it has the sleeve, and then it has this, and then when you open it up, there's the 2 discs, and then this little pocket over here as well. Inside the pocket, there is this is just like a little insert, and it tells you what's on the discs. And then this is an ad for other movies. It also has a scene selection on the back. So this though is a hard goodbye. Frank Miller's A Hard Goodbye. It's a graphic comic book. $5.99. Like I don't even know how much this was whenever it first came out. But it's just a graphic comic book. So again, I love finding gems like this, collector's editions. I found all of the steelbooks of the Hunger Games, all the Hunger Games steelbooks, I found them at a CD exchange. So, that was awesome. So this is going to go out on the shelf. Whenever I get the collector's boxes like this, I don't put them in my DVD case. I keep them in the pretty packaging. Alright, and then so the last movie from CD Exchange, of course, is Dirty Girl, Juno Temple, and that's what's been playing on the background. So Juno Temple is amazing. If you're watching this, Juno Temple, will you please marry me? I just want to be your husband. Please. For real. Yeah. So Juno Temple, she is a dirty girl, and it's not kid friendly, but it's also not like raunchy, like showing gross things, I guess you could say. But she gets in trouble for saying inappropriate things in class, and they put her in a special ed class. So when she goes in there, she actually meets up with Kurt, which is the bigger gentleman. Let's see. Oh, well, right now they've already ran away. So she meets up with him. His dad does not like him because he's gay. He makes him go to like conversion therapy to try to make him straight again. And then whenever he goes home one time, whenever he goes home, his dad found like dirty magazines of men, and so he starts to try to beat him. And so he runs to Danielle, and him and Danielle run away, and Danielle is trying to go find her father in California. So they go on a road trip, and then whenever they get to California, she meets her dad. Her dad doesn't want anything to do with her. But this movie is just so amazing. You have to watch it. I've seen this so many times. Like, Mean Girls was always my favorite movie until I watched Dirty Girl. And then Dirty Girl just totally took over. So, definitely watch Dirty Girl. It also took me forever to find it. You can order it online, but I like to go and physically find it myself. So I had to go to several CD exchanges, and that's how I ended up with all those other movies. Alright, so just as a bonus, these aren't from CD Exchange. I got them at Best Buy, and I won't hold you up too much longer. I'll just show you what I got as a haul. Then we can get going. So, this one's at Walmart. It's Kingsman. It's a 2-movie collection, so I have the Secret Service and the Golden Circle. So they came with both movies in the same box. And then I also got Logan Lucky. I want to see this because it has Channing Tatum and Adam Driver. Adam Driver is so beautiful. So I want to see that movie. I also got this Deadpool. The only reason I got it is for the cover. The cover art, he's riding a unicorn, and it's very retro. I got it for my daughter actually, because I don't love Deadpool. I don't like the movie. But she loves Deadpool, she loves unicorns, so I found her this. I guess it's a variant. And then I got Happy Death Day. I want to see that. One of the girls that's in Happy Death Day is also on the show Shameless. So that's kind of why I wanted to see this, even though she has a little part. She's not the main character. And then I also got It. I still haven't seen it. Hopefully it's good. I definitely did not want to buy the Blu-ray or the collector's edition because I don't know if it's any good. I'm real bad about not going to the theaters unless it's a movie that I absolutely want to see. And I won't rent movies. If I want to see a movie, I will buy it. If I don't know that I'm gonna like it, I try to find the cheapest version of it or wait until it's like $9.99 and then I'll buy it. Same with Jigsaw. I love the Saw movies. I have all of the Saw movies on my mantle. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. So I went ahead and went the cheap route and bought the DVD. I would have normally got this steelbook because I do love the Saw movies, but the art on the steelbook wasn't that great, so I just went ahead and got the DVD. Now, a lot of you are probably going to wonder why I haven't seen this movie yet, because it came out a really long time ago. But I got Cinderella live action finally. Now, the only reason I never got it is because I did not like the girl that they cast as Cinderella. I don't find her believable as Cinderella. I don't like her look for Cinderella. But when I saw her in Baby Driver, I fell in love with her. So now I'm hoping, because I love her, I can get past the fact that I don't see her as Cinderella. Baby Driver and also Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I loved her in that movie as well. So I love her in other movies. I'm hoping that I will love her in this movie. But that concludes my DVD haul. This was just a week worth of buying DVDs, so definitely we'll have more of these to come in the future. But if you would, please give me a like and leave me a comment whether or not you want to see more DVD hauls, if you want to see them with the trivia that I had, like just little key things, or if you really just want me to say, here's the DVDs I got, and just show you them, which I thought that would be kind of boring, so that's why I wanted to add some trivia in there as well. But definitely please leave me a comment. I also have an Instagram and an Etsy that I'm going to link below. So if you would please also subscribe. I know that I'm asking a lot of you, but I am brand new, trying to build several things. I'm trying to build my Etsy, I'm trying to build my YouTube, I'm trying to build my Instagram. So definitely please subscribe, like, and I'm going to put the links down below for my Etsy and my Instagram. Thanks again. Hope you have a great night. Bye.